everyone. Happy Wednesday. If you've been here before, you know what time of the week it is. But if you're new here, welcome to the Megan Moves channel. Every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, we do a weekly live stream where we talk about some type of Disney topic or theme park topic or ways to help you on your family vacations. And I'm excited because tonight we're going to switch it up a little bit. Usually we talk about Disney tips or, like I said, ways to help you on your theme park trips and visits. But tonight I want to get and do something a little bit more interactive with you guys. And tonight I want to chat about Disney parks bucket list items. So tonight I want to share some of my personal bucket list items, things that I hope to one day or would like to do when visiting the Disney parks. But I'd also like to hear from you guys. What are some things that you would like to do when visiting the Disney parks, whether it's Disney World or theme parks that are Disney World parks that are all over the world? I'd like to know what some of your bucket list items are tonight, and we can just chat about them and see what kind of things we'd like to do at the Disney parks. So I think this is fun because there's so many things that you can do when visiting the Disney parks. They're all over the world, and it kind of gives you another idea of things to do when you visit Disney or the Disney parks, or if you're going on a Disney vacation, maybe it'll give you some new ideas of some things to do that maybe you don't know about or that you would like to do when visiting. So I'm excited to share some of these things with you tonight, and they don't have to be anything super outrageous. It can be something as simple as go on some type of ride, eat some type of snack, maybe stay at some resort, or something as lofty as some of the things that I have on my bucket list. So I'm excited to share some of these things with you tonight, and of course want to hear from you as well. So before we hop into it, I want to say hi to everyone that is in the chat. We've got Deuce and Disney in here. Hey there, how are you doing? I love your little comment there. Hey there, Kitty Kathy, how are you doing? I am doing really well tonight, thank you. It's been a fun day, and I was very happy because, as you guys know, some of you might know, I live up here in Pennsylvania, and we are finally getting into what I think is feeling like spring. Today was the first day I walked outside, and it felt like spring was in the air. It smelled like spring. It just felt like spring. It was a lot warmer than it has been. So let me know where you guys are watching from. If you're up here in the north, hopefully you're getting some warmer weather. Or if you're down south, hopefully you're still just enjoying that warm weather. So I was excited, but hope you're doing well today, Kitty Kathy. Thank you for being here. Hey, an obsessed Rangers fan. I'm doing better this week. It'll get even better that it's Wednesday. But it's also a special day. 3 years ago, something good happened. Well, I'm glad that it's a special day. That's awesome. And that you're feeling better. I'm glad that you're feeling better. Hopefully your allergies are as bad as last week. So, oh, Kitty Kathy, all right, already kicking it off. Your bucket list item would be to eat at a Albert in Victoria restaurant. I think that's what it's called. Yes. Pretty fancy restaurant. Yes. So this is Victoria and Albert's. I think it's what it's called. But either way, it's in the Grand Floridian. It is a super fancy restaurant. It is an expensive restaurant. And I think it's oh darn, what is it called? Whatever, like, I don't know, the super fancy restaurant like certification is. I can't remember what it's called, but it is whatever that is. But yeah, you'll have to let me know if you can ever eat there, Kitty Kathy. I've heard some good things about it. I've watched some reviews on it. When I was there doing a tour of Grand Floridian the one time, my friend Janelle and I went and looked at the menu. It definitely looks quite fancy, but I think it would be something cool to do. So that's awesome. I hope you can do that one day, and you'll have to let me know how it is. Hey Carol, how are you doing? Welcome in. Oh, Deuce. Okay, you want to stay at the Grand Floridian. So that's a great bucket list item. I love that. The Grand Floridian, it looks like a great resort. I love that it's so close to Magic Kingdom. And of course, it's very, I don't know, I love the feel of it whenever you go in to the Grand Floridian. Every Disney resort is different, but the Grand Floridian just looks and feels so nice. So, if you guys ever stay there, that would be awesome. And I would love to hear what you guys think about it. I've heard, mixed reviews about the Grand Floridian, but they also have some of the newer rooms on Disney World property. So that would be cool to check it out for sure. Oh, Carol, you're watching from Florida. That's awesome. Are you down at Disney World? Are you on your trip right now? That's awesome. Okay, Deuce, let's see. So it's 45 degrees in upstate South Carolina. I think, let me see what it is here in Pennsylvania. It's 51 right now. It's 51 right now. It's a little bit cloudy, 51 degrees. So we're getting up there in our temperatures. So hopefully you guys are staying warm down there. Hey, Dan and Nicole, how are you doing? Welcome in, guys. Okay, let's see. So spring weather, it's hot outside today where you're at 83 degrees. Oh my goodness. Yep. So, yep, Kitty Cathy up here in Pittsburgh. Yep. So hopefully you guys are doing well down south a little bit. I guess from where I'm at. So hopefully you guys had good weather today too. Hey there, Ethan. How are you doing? Let's see. So where do we start? Do you guys have tonight we're talking Disney bucket list items. So do you guys have a big Disney bucket list? Michelin star. Thank you, Doofs. That is what I was trying to say about Victoria and Albert. So thank you, Doofs. I appreciate that. Let's see. Okay. Isn't there also a special club there inside Cinderella Castle, like the 500 Club, and it's wicked expensive? I heard about let me think. Does anybody else know about this? I don't know. Are you talking about the Club 33 maybe? Kitty Cathy, I have not heard about this, but it's something that I need to look into now if I didn't know about it. Does anybody else know about it? Let's see. I'm going to look at that. I don't know that I've heard anything about that before. Let's see. Okay. So I don't think I've heard about that, Kitty Cathy. I'm gonna have to look into it. So thank you for sharing that. I do know one thing that we'll talk about here is Club 33. That is a pretty exclusive club that is at Disney World, and that's something that I would like to visit one day. But we'll get to that point of the bucket list. But I don't know. I'll have to look at that. Thanks, Kitty. Kitty Cathy. Okay. Gotcha. Club 33 in Adventureland. Okay. So Deuce, have you heard anything about that? I don't know. It's Cinderella's castle. Glad you're doing well, Ethan. That's awesome. Thank you for being here. It's way expensive. Okay, we'll have to look into it, Kitty Cathy. That might be something. I might have to look at it and then maybe make a video on it because I haven't heard about it before. Hey there, welcome. Thank you so much for subscribing and supporting the channel. I appreciate you being here. Nice to meet you guys. Let's see here. Okay, so Dan and Nicole. Make one right now on the spot. Okay, 1-bedroom ocean view at Alani. Okay, join Club 33, buy a house. Oh, at Golden Oaks. I love that. And stay in Cinderella's castle and VIP tours. Dan and Nicole, you have a lot of the items that I actually have on my bucket list. I would love to one day stay at Alani. That is Disney's resort in Hawaii. I can't remember which island it is on top of my head, but I would love to stay at the Alani Resort. I think it would be so cool. In the future, I would, if possible, I would like to have a honeymoon to Hawaii, and staying at Alani for at least one night is just on my bucket list. I think it would be so fun. Of course, visiting, even if I don't become a member of Club 33, I one day just want to visit Club 33. Just to go there. I don't have to eat or anything. I just want to go step foot in there. Just let me in for 2 seconds and then I'll come out. I would love to check it out one day. Golden Oaks, if anything, I would like to just go walk around Golden Oaks to see all the houses and just to see what it's like there. I think that would be super cool. But you guys have a really good bucket list. I like your items there. Let's see, Kitty Cathy. Maybe mixing it up where Herd was way expensive. So I'll have to look, Kitty Cathy. You have me intrigued now. I'm gonna have to look and see what you're talking about. If I find anything out, I'll make a video about it, or we'll talk about it next week here on the live. Yeah, there is a room in the castle. Okay, Deuce. But it's not rentable. Only for special occasions. That's right. Yep. So nothing but a room in the castle. Yeah, I do think it would be pretty cool to stay at least one night in the castle. Like, just think about it. You're staying in Magic Kingdom for the night, just you and whoever else you're with. Probably other cast members doing things like getting the park ready for the next day. But I do think that would be pretty cool, though. Cool. Thank you for the question. What is my favorite theme park? If you're talking about Disney theme parks, I would have to say Magic Kingdom is probably my favorite theme park, but my close second is Epcot. Epcot has started to get a lot of really good rides. I love the festivals, and I think Epcot's a really fun park to visit because there's so many things that you can do. There's something for everyone, but Magic Kingdom's probably my favorite because there's a lot of really great rides at Magic Kingdom, lots of things to do like characters and shows, and it's just the most, Disney feeling type park is why I like it. And it's very nostalgic for me because I remember visiting Disney World and Magic Kingdom when I was younger. So every time I go back, I just think about all the fun memories that I had as a kid for the very limited times that we would go down to Disney World. But let me know what your favorite park is. I love hearing what parks people enjoy and which ones are their favorite. Oh, okay. Thank you, Doofs. Oh, wait, I picked the wrong one. Oahu is where Alani is. Thank you. Yes, Oahu. Another, I think the island that Oahu or that Alani is on, I think is the same island that the like Jurassic Park and the King Kong. Oh man, I can't remember what that place is called. But there's a place that where the Jurassic Park and King Kong the movies were filmed, and you can actually go and take tours of like where everything was filmed, and you can tour the area. It's I can't remember what it's called now off the top of my head, but that is another place I'd like to visit. That's kind of like separate from Disney here, but I think it would be so cool to go visit there one day. Check out DVC rental sites for Alani. That's right. Okay. Tia finds discounts all the time. Oh gosh. Okay. Now you might have created a monster because I guess I did know in the back of my mind that you could use DVC points for it, but it didn't really occur to me that I could actually do that. So I don't know, Doofs, you may have created a monster there. Oh yes, Kitty Cathy. That would be a fancy honeymoon room in Cinderella Castle. That would definitely be an experience. That would be super cool. Tours on YouTube. Are you talking about the for the where the Jurassic Park or for the Jurassic Park place that I was talking about, or you're probably talking about somewhere else? Oh, Six Flags. Now, I've never been to Six Flags before. I've heard a lot of good things about Six Flags. I've heard a lot of things about it, but I've never visited. I would like to go one day, though, because I'd like to check out a lot of their coasters. So I don't know. I might have to check it out someday, Cole. Thank you for sharing that. I've never been, though. I've heard good things and stuff. Mike, hey, thank you for being here. Welcome. We're talking Disney bucket list items. So everybody's been having really good items so far, and it's giving me new ideas, and yeah, I think everybody's ideas are super fun. Let's see. Dan and Nicole, high hopes for a living. Yes, I love it. Oh, yeah, Six Flags over Texas is your favorite theme park. I'll have to visit one day. So yes, Doofs, thank you for, so I have to check DVC rental sites. That's going to be dangerous now. And let's see. Oh, okay. So favorite theme park is Six Flags Great Adventure at New Jersey. So I don't think I knew that there was one in New Jersey. So that's kind of relatively close to where I live up here in Pennsylvania. So I don't know, maybe I'll have to take a trip over there and visit sometime. Oh, okay. Tia won't fly. Gotcha. Oh, it's tours of Cinderella Castle Room. Okay. Thank you, Deuce. I'm going to have to go look at that sometime. Let's see. Oh yes, Mike. I have been to Cedar Point. It's been a while though. I think it was this summer before I was a senior in college or in high school. So it's even been longer than that. So I would love to go and visit Cedar Point. I do have plans this summer to go and visit a lot of the more northern theme parks up here. In a couple of weeks, we're going to go be visiting Hershey Park again and a new theme park that I'm excited to bring you guys along with. So I haven't shared details about that yet, but I'm excited to bring you guys over there. And let's see. Okay, so if I go, you recommend going on one ride. It's called El Toro. Okay, I'll make a mental note of it, and whenever I go, I'll have to go check it out. Thank you. Oh yes, and Kitty Cathy, Busch Gardens. That is another park I would like to go to. Over on TikTok, a lot of people have asked me to go and see what I think of Busch Gardens, which I've never been before. I've heard very good things. So maybe next time we're down in the Orlando area or near Busch Gardens, I might have to go check it out because I've heard a lot of good things about it. People have asked me if I've been before, so I'll have to go check it out sometime. Because I've heard good things. Oh, Carol. Okay, so your favorite is probably Busch Gardens, but I always like to visit. Oh yeah, I have not been to the Fun Spot. I've always passed by it, but I've never been to the Fun Spot before. I always pass it going to Universal whenever I live down there or whenever I'm down in the area, but I've never been before. And no problem, Cole. I appreciate that you're here. Let's see. Okay, Doofs. Okay, so yes, your bucket list item is full behind the scenes tour of all the rides and attractions, like what the cast members get to see. That would be so cool. And that is one of, let me pull up. My one bucket list item was to do the Keys to the Kingdom tour at Magic Kingdom. I know that's kind of what you're talking about, but I would love to go and check that out. I love the behind the scenes of the rides. Now that I've done a lot of the Disney World rides, I get kind of excited whenever a ride shuts down whenever I'm on it because maybe I can get walked off and kind of see a little bit of the behind the scenes details. But that would be so cool. The one reason I want to do the Keys to the Kingdom tour is because you can go underneath and see all of the underground tunnels. I would love that. I think that would be so cool. So that's one thing I would like to do one day. I was going to do it before the parks had shut down a couple of years ago, and they did away with the tour, but now it's back. So I would like to one day go and check that out. So we have a trip maybe coming up here in May. My mom and I are going to be going down, so she's wanted to do it as well. So maybe we'll have to check that out on our next trip. I don't know. We'll have to see, but I would love to go and do that. And of course, like you said, Deuce, see all the behind the scenes of the rides and attractions. I think that would be pretty cool. Let's see. Kitty Kathy, your favorite is Universal Florida. Yes, love Jurassic Park area and thrill rides. They have very good rides. The Jurassic Park area is so much fun. My family and I love Velocicoaster. It's an amazing ride. So I agree with you. Universal is a really, really good park. Okay, so let's see. Busch Gardens in Tampa is amazing. Feed the giraffe if you go. So do they have giraffes there? I had no idea. I literally know very, very little about Busch Gardens in general, but the one in Tampa, the only thing I really know about is their new Iron Gauzy, or I can't remember what the newest like roller coaster ride is. That's pretty much all that I know about it. Let's see. Okay, so such Rangers fan, something I definitely want to do sometime in my life, not in Disney World, but is to ride the Orlando Starflyer. It goes up, oh yes, the world record of 450 feet above the ground. I see that all the time whenever I am either going to Universal or one of our hotels that we've stayed at near Universal. You can see that. That looks a little bit terrifying to me, but it does look very thrilling, and you'll have to let me know if you ever do it, because it looks very, very interesting. But that's a good thing to have on your bucket list. Um, let's see. Oh, okay. I didn't know that, Doof. So a lot of times Universal and Busch Gardens partner, where you can visit both. I didn't even know that. I had no idea. Doofs, you did Keys of the Kingdom tour on your honeymoon. It was fun, but it has not changed in 20 years. Gotcha. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Yeah, we've never done it. I have some family members that have, and they said it's super cool. So I would love to maybe check that out one day. Oh, okay, Kitty Kathy. Would a VIP tour be good too? So now that you bring that up, I'm gonna pull up that little spot here on my Disney bucket list. I've been thinking about it a lot, and I've thought about it since seeing other people do VIP tours. I would really enjoy doing a VIP tour. Luckily, I've been able to go to Disney World a lot. That I've done a lot of the rides, but I do think it would be a really unique experience to get a group of people or even just a couple people to go and really just have access to Disney in the way that you do when you have a VIP tour. I think it would be really fun, especially if you have a good tour guide that can maybe share some facts with you or just, make your day more enjoyable on the VIP tour. I think it would be really cool to go and do that. So I personally would like to go do one day. I think it would be really fun to do it with family and friends. But you guys will have to let me know. And have you ever done a VIP tour before? I've seen a lot of people. It seems to be like becoming more of a more popular thing. So I don't know if just more people are doing it or now that they brought it back, it's pretty popular, but I don't know. I personally would like to do one. Let me know what you guys think. I know they are pretty pricey, but it would be cool to have Disney, like an access to Disney that way where you can get on any ride you want. You have transportation to all of the parks. I think it would be pretty cool. So that is on my bucket list. Oh, Deuce. Okay, so you see some of the tunnels. Okay, yes, I heard. I think you were the one that told me about the characters and stuff. So that is good to know. Yes, I love Velocicoaster. Hulk is amazing too. And I didn't know that, Deuce. I had no idea that it was a zoo as well. I had no idea. Now I know. Let's see. So it has a safari-like area. You can pay to go out in a truck, and the giraffes come. Oh wow! I had no idea. I literally had no idea about that. Now I'm gonna have to look at. I'm gonna have to look into Busch Gardens a little bit more. I had no idea that it even had animals or had a zoo area. So I'm gonna have to look at some reviews of that. Thank you guys. Hey Guy, how are you doing? Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. We are talking Disney bucket list items. So if you guys have, if you're just hopping in here and you have any bucket list items you'd like to do at the Disney parks, feel free to put them in here. Doofs, you rode the Orlando Sky Coaster or Skyflyer. Used to be oh, and you could ride for free. I had no idea. That's awesome. Oh, Mike, I love this. You'd love to be the Grand Marshal for Magic Kingdom Parade. That would be super cool. I talked to Janelle the other day, and I never knew how you became the Grand Marshal. And she said one of the ways is there's cast members that just go and choose the people for the day. You might just be walking around, and a cast member may see you and ask you to be the Grand Marshal. That's what Janelle told me anyhow. I think that is super cool. But Mike, that would be awesome. That would be so cool. I hope that happens one day. That would be perfect. Let's see what else you guys got. Oh, that's awesome. Have a blast at Disney. Have safe travels too. Get all that you need at Target there. Okay, so let's hear more about so Six Flags. There's a theme park, safari, water park. From all of those have been in the same park, but if you can't go to the water park from New York, it's like, oh, interesting. Wow, so Six Flags even has a lot. I had no idea. Let's see. Oh, okay, this is a good question, Kitty Cathy. Where are the best places to bring your dog to stay at the parks other than Fort Wilderness? So when I was at Disney most recently, our shuttle bus took us the way they took us to Magic Kingdom in Epcot. They took us past, I don't know if it's called like the Furry Friends or what it's called, but there is like a little doggy and like pet daycare that you can take your pets to. I have no experience with this at all. I just passed by it. I wish I had gotten a video to kind of make a little video about it, but I think there is like a little doggy daycare that you can bring your pets to. Other than that, I don't know about any pet friendly resorts or hotels. If anybody has any experience, please feel free to put it in the chat. But that is just one thing that I saw on my most recent visit, and I had no idea about it. So maybe you could look into that, Kitty Cathy. Yeah, Grand Marshal would be so cool. Let's see. Oh, Guy, okay. Your only bucket list item would actually be staying at the Contemporary for a couple of nights, which I think is a great bucket list item. I think it would be really cool to stay at the Contemporary, especially now that they redid the rooms. I like the Incredible theme. I think it would be cool to stay there. And it's just a fun resort in general. I love the monorail that goes through it. It has very good access to Magic Kingdom and Epcot. So I hope you can fulfill your bucket list item one day and maybe get to go on Tron during your visit. That would be awesome. That's a good bucket list item. Thanks for sharing, Guy. If we go to Six Flags, recommend going on Halloween. There are characters that scare you and it's so fun. That's awesome. I've been starting to get a little bit better with the Halloween events. I'm like, we might do Halloween Horror Nights this year. I did it 2 years ago now at this point, I think. But we might go and do that this year. So I'll have to let you guys know how that goes. Okay, thank you, Mike. So a cast member kind of interviews you and selects you as Grand Marshal. The same happens for the flag retreat with a veteran. Okay, gotcha. I see. I had no idea. And Doofs, you're saying kind of the same thing that you used to pick the family when they did the opening show at the train station. I had no idea, which I think is pretty cool. Oh, okay. Hey, thank you, Theme Park Cheetah. Thank you so much for being here. Dogs can stay at the Yacht Club in Port Orleans Riverside. I had no idea. So, Kitty Cathy, if you're on here, hopefully that is helpful. I had no idea. Thank you guys for that info. That is good to know about. Best Friends. Thank you. Is that what it's called? And have you used it before? There's a dog boarding place, yes, on property, but some resort rooms are pet friendly, which I had no idea about. You guys know so much. Thank you for sharing this. Art of Animation, Port Orleans Riverside, Yacht Club, and the cabins at Fort Wilderness. So those all must be pet friendly. Thank you guys. Like I said, I had no idea. They have, okay, yeah, Deuce, thank you for sharing that with Guy. So the DVC rental sites, they have deals all the time if you don't mind going during the week. So hopefully you guys can, or you can check out the Contemporary and use some or get some DVC points for it. Oh, thank you, Guy. Loved all the Halloween videos this year. Yes. Hopefully we'll be able to we're planning on going for Halloween Horror Nights, so I'm going to have to definitely get a little bit more brave for this upcoming event because they just keep getting more intense. So, yeah, we'll definitely be sharing some more Halloween stuff coming up here. Let's see. So let's see. Mike, you're saying love to be at Magic Kingdom the end of October, beginning of November to be able to experience Halloween and the transition of Christmas. Yes, I love the holidays at Disney World and especially Magic Kingdom. And I think Halloween is probably my favorite season at Magic Kingdom because I love the Mickey Rees. But Christmas is also fun. It's just a magical time. It's a different feeling of the park. So I hope you can visit there during those times, Mike. And it's usually not super, well, I guess I'll say around Halloween, it gets more busy. I love visiting in September. That's probably my favorite time to go to Disney World. But yeah, I love the transition from Halloween to Christmas. I think we were there, we were in Disneyland last year during the transition. So that was really cool to kind of see the parks change. Let's see. So Dan and Nicole, you're gonna do an RIP tour this year. That's awesome. We're planning on going. I don't know exactly, probably in maybe September. We don't know for sure dates when we're going to be doing it. But we'll have to let you know. And that's awesome that you guys are doing the RIP tour. My family did it last year. They went and did that and they had a really good experience with it. So I hope you guys have a blast. I love Christmas at Disney. I will say if you're planning on going to Disney World during Christmas, definitely go like before Thanksgiving or before Christmas actually happens, like early December, because it gets super crazy during the holidays. That's the only bad thing about it. But other than that, I love how the parks look. And it's just a very nice, different feeling of the parks. And there's so many festivities and holiday events that you can take part in, especially at Epcot too. They do the Festival of the Holidays and all the parks get trees and decorated. It's so fun. We're not even to spring here yet, and I'm already excited for Christmas. But yeah, it's a great time if you can go during Christmas. I recommend it. So you're going the third week of September. That's awesome. Okay, I'll have to keep that in mind. So Mike, you've done Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party and the Christmas party, but separate trips. It would be fun to walk out, yes, as Halloween and walk in as Christmas. That would be pretty cool. I like that bucket list item. That's actually a really good one. I like that one. Okay, so Deuce, let's see what you guys have. Bucket list, unfortunately, they don't do this anymore. Sit in the park as they flip the holiday theme from Halloween to Christmas. It's more of a process than a night now, though. Oh, so could you oh, okay, they don't do this anymore. Gotcha. That would be cool though to be there whenever they're actually switching it over. That would be super sweet. That would be cool. Also love to sit at the Grand Floridian to watch the gingerbread house go up. You'll have to tune in with Janelle this year if you're able to go down, because I'm sure she would be a great buddy to see that go up. But yes, they do an amazing job with that gingerbread house. That would be so cool to see them actually put it up. I think that would be so cool. Oh, yes, and New Year's Eve. That's a really good one too. New Year's Eve at Epcot is absolutely incredible. That's actually something I'm going to add to my Disney bucket list. I have not been to Disney World for New Year's. That is a new thing I'm adding. Thank you, Mike. That's awesome. Kitty Cathy, other bucket list idea. Snowbird and live in Florida a few months. Yes. Pennsylvania a few months and then go to the park every day as a Florida resident while you're there. I love that. Kitty Cathy, I hope you can do that. You'll have to let me know if you can do that one day, but I would love that. that would be great. Be in Pennsylvania when it's nice and warm weather during the summertime, and then escape during the winter and just go to Disney all the time. I love that. That's a perfect bucket list. So parking is usually around $25. So, but I think if you stay at a Disney World resort, it's free parking. And then I think you also get free parking to the parks, I think is what I saw there. Yeah, September when kids go back to school for sure. Yes, she was there live for so long and you got to watch that. That is so perfect. Yeah, that was so cool when she did that. Doofs, you're saying flip over the course of weeks and not in one night. Yes. Gotcha. Not allowed to sit and watch. Gotcha. Yep. It seemed to be more of a process for sure recently. Oh, your family and you are planning on going to Disneyland. That's awesome. You'll have to let me know when you're planning on going and have a blast. We went to Disneyland last October and I hope to go again. We had an amazing time and it's such a fun park to visit, especially if you've been to Disney World before. It's kind of neat to compare both of the parks, but you'll have a blast. That's awesome. And you liked all the pictures of the gingerbread house. I'm glad you enjoyed, Guy. They do an awesome job with all of the gingerbread houses, and I always love going in and looking at them. I think it adds just a fun little detail to all the resorts. Okay, yes, thank you thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. And about the parking ticket, yes. All right, let me see what other things I had on my bucket list. Oh, okay. The first one is probably like pretty typical, but one thing I would like to do is, of course, visit all the Disney World parks around the world. I did make a note so that way I knew where all of them were at. So, of course, we have Disney World in Florida. We have Disneyland in California, which I've been to both of those. Very blessed, very thankful. But I'd like to go to Disneyland Paris, Tokyo Disney, Shanghai Disney, and then Hong Kong Disney. Now, when I was able to study abroad in college to France is where we were at, and we visited Paris the one weekend. We had a long weekend in Paris, and my friend and I so badly wanted to go to Disneyland Paris, but our professor talked us out of it. And that's one thing that I wish that we did. I wish we had gone to Disneyland Paris. He was basically saying he had been there before, and it was not like the parks in the US. It was very different. And I just wish we had gone. I wish we had taken the train, just gone over there, done a day at Disneyland Paris. I think it would be so cool, especially since they have all of the Avengers stuff. I love the drone show that they do at night around the castle. And I think at where like their version of the Tower of Terror is, they do a drone show. I think it would be so cool to visit it. So one day I would love to visit Disneyland Paris. That's probably the park that is top of my list. But another one I want to share is the fourth bucket list item I have here is to ride that Beauty and the Beast ride over at Tokyo Disney. Have you guys ever seen this ride before? This looks like one of the coolest Disney rides in my opinion. You sit in a little teacup. The animatronics look amazing. After this, go check out a ride video of this ride. It looks so cool. It looks very high tech. There's a lot of things that go into it, and the queue looks very cool. So I don't know. Those are two things that I would really like to do. Visit all the parks, but especially ride that Beauty and the Beast ride at Tokyo Disney. It looks awesome. I would love to go and do that one day. Oh, gotcha. Mike, long ago, you wanted to be at the Christmas parade that they show on TV. That's awesome. I love that. Oh, Guy, I have not been to the luau, but I'm pretty certain they got rid of the luau at the Polynesian resort to make way for the new DVC side I'm sure Doofs will probably throw something in here about it, but I'm pretty certain that they got rid of the luau to make way for the new DVC tower or part of the Polynesian that they're putting in. But I had heard really good things about it whenever they had it. Hey, Sophie Cat. Hope you're having a great day. Thanks for being here. You're going in the summer. That's awesome. I hope you have a blast. I do have some tip videos on here of Disneyland, like things to know and our trip when we went over there. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Oh, okay, good. Mike, so you were able to go. That's awesome. Let's see what else we got going on here. You like the Grand Floridian a little better, but the Polynesian is amazing too. I really like the Polynesian, and now that you bring that up, I want to bring up another bucket list item I have. Hey Cole, thank you so much for being here. We'll talk to you later. Um, Thanks, Kitty Cathy. Yes, we got I got a lot of things I would like to do Disney related for sure. Um, but my fifth one I'll point out here, since you are bringing up the Polynesian, are to stay at those Polynesian bungalows or the Fort Wilderness cabins. I think it would be so cool to stay at the bungalows. It is super expensive. I don't know if it will ever happen, but also the cabins look very, very nice at Fort Wilderness. So we'll have to see if one of those can work out. I just think it would be so cool to have your own little like house, Disney house, or your own little like private Disney room, especially with at the bungalows, if you could just watch the fireworks from your little like balcony porch area, I think it would be so fun. So we'll have to see if that pans out. But another thing that I saw somebody do a video on at Fort Wilderness, you can actually tent, like get a little, rent a little plot where you can camp at Fort Wilderness. And one of these days, don't be surprised, I already talked to a friend about it. One day I would like to go down to Disney World just for one night. We'll fly down, we'll fly on Southwest so we can have multiple bags. I'm going to check a tent, some of those like blow up air mattresses things, and we're going to camp at Fort Wilderness or at the campground. It's something that I want to do. I think it would be so funny. We just can't do it during the summertime because I know it's going to rain and destroy all of our stuff. But I just think it would be so fun to just camp one night at Disney World. And I think that somebody said that it's like $86 or something like that, depending on when you go to camp at Disney. So that is definitely more inexpensive compared to other things that you can do as far as lodging goes at Disney World. So just you guys stay tuned. We're going to be camping at Fort Wilderness. I don't know when it'll happen, but I already talked to a friend about it for just one night. We're going to do it. I think it would be something fun to do. So as far as places I'd like to stay, those are pretty much my only bucket list items. We talked about before, of course, staying at Alani. If I could visit the Alani Resort, I think that would be super cool. Even just one night, I would like to go and check it out. But we'll have to see how that pans out. So let's see. So Deuce, okay, you did the luau too. Okay, the luau did end with gotcha. Let's see. Yeah, I think somebody said to rope drop, but Sophie Cat, if you can rope drop Hollywood Studios, highly recommend it. That is a really good way to get get a lot of the popular rides done. And Hollywood Studios is probably one of the busiest parks as far as lines go. So if you can get there early and kind of knock out some rides, you don't have to worry about really long lines later on in the day. So highly recommend rope dropping, but I love Hollywood Studios. Yes, it looks like an awesome ride for sure. Polynesian rooms are gigantic. I had no idea, but I'm glad they're your favorite. I would like to stay just at the resort in general sometime too. I think that would be really cool. Let's see. Okay, so Doof's Fort Wilderness cabins aren't that great. They're very outdated, but the bungalows are completely different. I think somebody was making a video the one time where you can actually go in and I think you can tour the cabins. I'd like to do that sometime just to see what they look like, but that's good to know. Thank you, Doofs. Okay, let me see here. Fort Wilderness campsites are the same price as a value resort room. I had no idea. We'll have to look and see whenever it gets closer to the time if I can do that. I'll have to compare some prices, but I'm still sure it's Disney pricing. You know, it's probably more expensive still compared to value resorts or, you know, off-property resorts, but it's the experience that I'm after, really. So, okay. So Sophie Cat, I actually have a lot of pins. I have them over there now. But I have a lot of pins and I always forget to bring them on my Disney trips, especially whenever I live down there. I just always forgot to bring pins, but I know Doofs in here, they love to pin trade. But I would like to get into it more often than I have done it before, but you started on your last trip and you loved it. It is very fun to actually go around and see all of the pins. I know even though I don't pin trade, I do always try to go and look and see what the pins are at whether cast members have them or they're after rides or at stores. I always like to go and see what pins they have. So I'm glad you could do that in your last trip though. Oh my gosh, Mike, this is the best. I love this. Like to fly on Tink's flight from the top of the castle. That would be awesome. That would be so cool. Oh, you always wanted a Haunted Mansion pin. I hope you can get one sometime. They have really good Haunted Mansion pins. I actually have a Haunted Mansion pin. I wish they were closer to me. I'd show you which one it was. But yeah, I'd love to. I hope you can get one sometime. Okay, let's see, Kitty Cathy. Here's one that I know will never happen, okay? But if you hit if you hit the lottery, you can rent the whole park out for just you and your friends and family in a private night of fun. That would be amazing. My family and I, we talked the other time about just joking about having a Disney wedding because that's kind of a little bit like what you're talking about, except for you can't do rides, but Disney weddings are crazy expensive now, especially if you want to ride or want to have it inside of the parks. But man, a private night of fun with just you and your family in the parks, that would be amazing. I would be curious to see how much that would cost if that was an option. But oh my gosh, yeah, that would be crazy. That would definitely be interesting. A couple of years ago, whenever I worked at the Space Center, company like our company picnic was at Universal. So they rented out Universal for 4 hours. We could go, and it was just all Space Center employees. We could take four friends or family with us. We got tickets for it, and we just had 4 hours in the parks with family and friends. There was hardly anybody there. There were no lines. It was amazing. That's probably the closest that I'll ever get to something like that. And it was free food. So all of the quick service restaurants were free food, free butterbeer. That was so fun. I saw the other day they actually did the event again, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I wish I could have gone." But yeah, that would be so cool though, Kitty Cathy. Okay, yeah, thank you, Doof. So I'll have to look at that review. Thank you, Sophie Cat. I appreciate that. I hope the videos are helpful. Probably over 50 grand is definitely probably right. Oh, character handler. Yes, I think that would actually be a really fun job. I think it would be really cool. That would be a really fun one. That would be a neat one to do at Disney. I agree. Oh yeah, in the Orlando Informer. Yes. I have not checked out an Orlando Informer, but I'm gonna have to do one of those sometime. We going down to Universal. I think that would be really cool. So yeah, that is probably close to what it was, but somehow that was able to be our company picnic. I don't know how we could do that, but it was really fun. Let's see, what else did I have on my list? Okay, this one, this one I'm gonna throw out there, and Doofs, I know you're gonna have to hold me accountable here now. But one thing I would like to do is actually run a Run Disney event. If I were to do one of these, I don't know what type of one I'd like to do because I know they do a bunch of different ones. I don't know if I'd want it to be like princess themed or I don't know. I don't know what theme one I would want to do. If I did it, I would want to do the 10K because I think that is just long enough that you are getting the full experience and making it worth your while of doing a Run Disney event, but not too long that it's like the marathon or anything like that. I'd like to do the 10K, I think is how long of a run I'd like to do. So we'll have to see. It'll probably be a little bit in the future that we do a Run Disney event, but it is one that I think would be really fun. And I'd like to do it with either a family member or a friend, of course, that would like to do it. I know Doofs, you guys do them all the time, which is so fun. But my sister Mandy, we all did cross country in the past. So I think Mandy would probably be the one that would enjoy it the most of my family. My dad would probably do it with me just to humor me, but I don't know. I think it would be cool to do a Run Disney event. So we'll have to see. Oh, okay, yeah. Hey, Dan, thank you for being here. But yeah, so the Wild Africa trek at Animal Kingdom. I have seen a lot of things about this. It looks so fun. I have not done this. So thank you for the recommendation. I'm gonna have to make a note of this. Like I said, I've seen a lot of fun things about it. So maybe next time we head down, we might have to do that. But thank you, Dan. My mom would love that too. So maybe, yeah, I keep saying we might go down in May. That might be something fun that mom and I could do. So I'll have to look at that. Can you answer this question? Have you been to Disney Paris or Tokyo or California Disney? I have only ever been to, hello, by the way, thank you for being here. I have only ever been to Disneyland in California. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask about them. But I would love to one day go to Disneyland Paris and Tokyo Disney. I think it would be so cool. Let's see. Oh, Very good question, Sophie Cat. What are your favorite character dining experiences at Disney World? So I actually have not done a ton of character dining experiences. Way back in the day when I was very young, we did Chef Mickey's, which I know a lot of people really enjoy. Um, one other one that I would like to do, and I should have put it on my bucket list here, is the Artist Point at the Fort Wilderness. So that is where you can meet Snow White. Some of the Seven Dwarfs come out. The Evil Queen comes out. I don't know how the food is per se, but I would love to go because I love Snow White. She's one of my favorite princesses, and it looks like a really cool kind of atmosphere as far as character dining goes. Another place I'd like to go is Topolino's Terrace at the Riviera. I would like to eat breakfast there because you can meet Mickey, I think Minnie, and then I can't remember which other characters come out. Those are what I have heard have been good ones, but if anybody else has any other thoughts, please put them in there. But yeah, hopefully that was helpful. Those are some of the places I'd like to eat and what I've heard have been good places to go as far as character dining goes. Yes, Deuce, I meant to ask you about how Wine and Dine signing up went, but I'm glad that you guys are going to be doing that. And Africa Trek is fun. I'll have to check that out for sure. Oh yeah, and of course you can do them virtually too. So I'm glad you've been able to do them virtually. And I'm glad that that's an option for sure. Topolino Terrace, yes. Yes, seeing Goofy is always a good time, I agree. Okay, Doof, so it's Artist Point food is awesome. So, okay, well, I might have to make a reservation one of these times. Oh, and Tusker House. Yes, Mike, I've heard a lot of good things. I have a friend that ate there before. I've heard a lot of good things about Tusker House breakfast. So that's a good one to think about too. Thank you guys. All right, what else did I have? So I had Run Disney event. We talked about visiting Club 33. Even if I can't eat there, I just want to go in there and just experience it. That's all I want, just for a little bit. Okay, I guess another thing as far as dining goes, I think this is possible. I don't know if it is, but if I could eat at Cinderella's royal table during the fireworks, I think that would be so cool. I'm pretty certain I've seen people that have taken videos of it and have done that. I'm pretty certain it's possible, but that is something that's on my bucket list. I would love to do that. I think it would just add to the experience. I don't necessarily care to eat the food or the whole reason I want to do it, I guess, is just for the experience of doing it whenever the fireworks are happening. I don't really care too much about what food it is or meeting Cinderella so much. It's just being there for the fireworks, I think would be so cool, is basically what I'm after. Let me see, what was my 10th one? I think these were all of them. My 10th one was to ride one of those Amphicars at Disney Springs. They just look so fun. I think it would be so awesome to do that at Disney Springs. I think it's a neat thing that they have. Yeah, I've never done that before. And also the airfoil, like that hot air balloon thing I've never done, I think would be a cool thing to do. There's a lot of like paid experiences at Disney Springs I've not been able to check out, and that Amphicar is one thing that I think would be super fun. I'd love to do that with my family or friends or anyone. So that might have to be something we do in an upcoming visit. Yes, there are windows, Guy. I have seen pictures. There are windows where you can look out. So if we were in there, we'd be able to see them if that is all possible. Okay, Run Disney registration event to come. Gotcha, Doofs. I'll stay tuned. Okay, Sophie Cat, let's see. Have you bought anything from the new 100th Disney collection? Good question. So you liked the Snow White ears. I loved the Snow White ears. I loved the bow, and also I liked that they were like sequiny, and the scenes that they had on them I thought were super well done. I have not personally, let me think. I've not personally bought any Disney, like Shop Disney 100 merch, but I've bought a lot of other brands that have done collabs with Disney 100 stuff. I bought the cereal. Let me show you something really quick. I have bought the cereal, and I have all the Disney 100 cereal. And I have not even made a video about this, but my boyfriend got me this for my birthday. He got me the tin. Oh, here we are over here. He got me the Disney 100 Mickey Mouse tin. And I have that nail polish, the Disney 100 nail polish that Nailtopia did a collab with. Let's see what else. I don't think I bought anything else though, but there's been so much good stuff. I've loved it all. So have you bought anything at all from the Disney 100? They have so many things, and I keep finding Disney 100 stuff that brands have done, and it's so tempting. I want it all. But that's pretty much what I've gotten so far. And I think there's probably more, but I just can't remember exactly what it is. But I'm going to go ahead and put up our final thoughts and comments tab here. But those are basically my Disney bucket list items. And I am really happy to hear what you guys had as far as Disney bucket list items. I think those were all really cool. And hopefully we're able to all check them off one day. And you'll have to let me know if you can get to any of them. So thank you guys for watching tonight. Thanks for tuning in to another live. Of course, if you're new here on the live stream or on the replay, feel free to subscribe and tune in next week at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We usually do these live streams here on the Megan Moves channel. So thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. I appreciate it. It was great chatting with you guys. And we will have to chat with you guys in the next video. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure what will end up being like a real collectible item, if there's anything like super rare. It's probably going to be those drip ears, I imagine. Those were really hard to get your hands on. I think they're all sold out now. But other than that, I don't know what else is going to become super valuable. It'll be interesting to see. So thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed the live stream, and I appreciate you guys interacting and let me know what your bucket list items are. And with that, we'll see you guys in the next stream or the next video. Thanks, guys. We'll see ya.